saw your eyes, a sense of threat that I can't forget. I wanna know who you are. This what I need to know. So take my hand and let our fears go. Take me to your jungle where the rain is warm and the birds fly. Take me to your kingdom. Yeah, take me to the. Yeah, take me to the. Take me to your jungle where the rain is warm and the birds fly. Take me to your kingdom. Yeah, take me to the jungle.
All right, hello everyone, and welcome to another Round 6 Season 1 match. Today we have facing each other the Roxerces versus Team Fallen. Today we're going to have an exciting match. I believe we are trying to accumulate 10 players on Team Fallen's side, so hopefully they are able to scrape up someone else before we can begin. But today I am joined alongside Food Court, who will be my co-commentator. And I'm curious to know what your thoughts are about this match before we get rolling.
Well, on the desk earlier this week, I predicted a Rox victory, and I'm gonna hold true to that, especially because it seems like Team Fallen's having trouble getting 10 players online. So being down a player and already being kind of a less experienced team is definitely a huge disadvantage for them.
Yeah, it seems that there's a little bit of discrepancy between trying to get some middle ground here between the two teams, as TF cannot find that extra player to make up 10, but Rox is also not very willing to drop down to 9. So we are kind of in a little bit of a little trouble right here, already off the bat.
Yeah, it seems like we're getting underway here. Rejected's gonna read out the rules. I'm curious to see what I guess Team Fallen's gonna do, being down a player. Do they turtle until their 10th can get here? Do they play normally? It's like a lot of things they could do, but I'm also curious to see what they do on the defensive end, because it seems like a large portion of their players online are offensive players.
Yes. So hopefully they can get some people to kind of pad their defense, like you said, until they get somebody else. Fingers crossed. But I really hope that this situation isn't stressing them out, because I think they were probably looking forward to this game, and I definitely don't want their spirit to be crushed just because of, counting issues.
Yeah, definitely.
All right, so looks like we're about to get underway. So far,
Father's going for Ninja right away, and there's no one in the flag room. Oh, Wildling gets here eventually, so
good timing.
Yeah. They're gonna run Vexicle on bulk defense. They're gonna have a Ninja, I think that's Choke 1, and Wildling on Pyro, which is a bit interesting. Usually Wildling's been playing like that heavy Necro offense, clearing well for Team Fallen previously, but she's on Pyro today.
They actually were giving 93 a bit of a hard time there, especially when he's pretty confident on Elf, so that might be a good sign. But then again, it's very early to say. And just as I'm saying that, we're getting an influx of Roxerces players in the blue flag room. But Waddling is able to deter most of them, so very good initiation on her part. But 93 does pop out, getting quite a bit of damage. However, still on 14. Oh, nope, he just took a stake, but he's facing a little bit of confrontation on top. He has his medic with him. And oh, wow, okay. Great shot from Gia.
Yeah, I think now Rox is paying more attention to Gia. Someone's on her. And Fella's running down the side. He's all alone right now, so if maybe a Ninja could put in front or get someone on him, he could drop here. But there doesn't seem much in front of him right now.
No, he seems to have a pretty clear pathway to the flag room, unless Blue can grab a counter steal briefly to occupy, but they do not, and that allows for the first cap in less than 2 minutes.
Yeah, pretty good push there from Rox. I must say Wadling did do a good job. She was kind of solo defending for a little bit. She was able to take out 3 of them, but Fellow was able to convert that steal there.
Yeah, she's doing a great job. I really do applaud her, especially probably being put on pyro roll, a very last minute decision once they found out who exactly could and could not make it.
Yeah.
93 with a quick grab here is heading out. Oh, gets great. Yeah, nice assassinate from North there. Really anticipated his movements.
Fella's out on top with 3 stakes, so he's pretty healthy. He's going to try and go on top of Team Fallen's Pagoda. He will get there. Archer is definitely not in the position. Assassin below him. Gaming Socks will take it out, and he's running straight down mid. Not a whole lot of pressure in front of him. We'll get the medic. So barring an insta-kill or a counter-steal, this will be the second capture from Rox.
What I'm noticing is that the Team Fallen's ninjas are struggling to in front of Fella or anyone on their offense, really. I see some people trying to use their invisibility, but not quite utilizing that Ender Pearl quite enough to intercept them. And that's ultimately going to lead to that second capture with an immediate steal.
Speaking of ninjas, 93 is ninja pulling to spawn. We'll pass off to Fella, it looks like.
Wow.
And on the other side, XXX is out of the flag room, very low by himself. Should go down any second here. He will go down, and that should be the game.
Yeah.
That's GG's. Pretty quick, I think under 5 minutes.
Yeah.
It's definitely tough being down a player, especially against a team who you would consider a little bit stronger than you. It's
for sure.
Really big advantage.
Yeah, I think attitudes are probably on the lower side, at least for Team Fallen. I think it's really kind of hard to have that mindset of going into a difficult match already weaker than you'd plan to be. And so I think that might have influenced their playing. Oftentimes, if you are pessimistic when you play, it will not end well because you think that essentially you don't have a chance when you might have a chance.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah, like you see in chat, even before the game, a few Team Fallen players seem to have a negative attitude or like didn't seem to be confident about their chances, which is unfortunate.
Yeah.
Like, even if you're undermatched, I think you should go in with the mindset that you can pull it off.
Oh, sure. But again, it's extremely difficult when, again, they were probably looking forward to this match a lot, only to not have enough players, and that really just kind of puts a damper on their chances.
Yeah.
So at least we are on Slate 1 right now. Again, I'm curious to see what the defense is like. I hope Team Fallen ends up bulking up their defense just a little bit more, especially on this kind of map. But what do you think we'll see along here? Do you think we'll see any changes on Roxy's, Roxerces side, or do you think everything's going to remain pretty static?
Well, we see Abra come in. I don't know who exactly I think, is it Mackie? No, I don't know who exactly he came in for it, but I'm curious to see. Zodra, okay. So I'm curious to see what he'll play. They obviously dropped their Archer. Maybe they'll go with a more bulky look here. In terms of Team Fallen, I'm not sure what they could really do. Being down a player in itself is just a huge disadvantage. I don't know if there's much they can do, to be honest.
Yeah.
I also like to say that Team Fallen's leaders, Glazed and Forlab, are not online.
Mm-hmm.
And when you have no leadership in the game, it's very tough. Like, who's going to be calling out the switches? Who's going to be telling everyone what to do? So having no leadership is definitely another disadvantage for Team Fallen here.
Yeah. They're probably just going to kind of try to grind their way through it as painless as possible. I just don't think that they believe that they have a chance at this point in time.
Yeah, definitely. Oh wait, it seems Cake is online. I thought they got their 10th, but it's just Cake. It looks like
Almost.
bars subbed out for Cake, I think, is what we're seeing here.
Yes, I believe so.
So Rox is making a few changes. Pretty interesting. I didn't get a chance to look at stats. It was a pretty short game, but yeah, not really a whole lot to look at or analyze in terms of that.
Mm-mm. Not too much, especially when a match is under 5 minutes. It's often hard to to actually kind of reiterate what happened, especially since it just goes by so fast. But it
Yeah.
looks like we are about to get underway here, and I'm curious to see if we note any changes either on classes and offensive pushes.
Yeah, so what I see off the bat is Abra running medic defense.
Mhm.
And we see Cake on Necro offenses, so those were the two subs Rox made. I find it interesting running that medic defense in 10v10, but we'll see how it goes for them.
Yeah. 93 and Mimi were together, but that does allow XXXX to sneak on by from their defense. They provided a lot of a lot of distraction, whether that was inadvertently or not so much. Unfortunately, essentially all their offense got wiped out, which leaves 93 to probably.
Yeah, he's already at the flag room basically.
Oh yeah, he excelled pretty fast.
We
Then.
saw a little bit of I think Choch won. She boosted him pretty far as
Yeah.
as ninja, so a little bit of inexperience there. TF could turn this into a decent push. They have 3 people, but I think I don't know if anything will happen here.
No, not so much. I think they're all a little bit flustered. Understandably so.
Yeah. Cake is in the with 93. 93 will get a steal. He's very low. He's only on 2 hearts, no stake.
Yeah.
So if someone's able to hit him, yeah.
Had a very brief steal from XXXX. Unfortunately, Rox is doing a really, really great job at breaking up them all coming in at the same time, essentially. So he was pretty much on his own, unfortunately for him.
93 looks like he's gonna walk this in here. For the second capture. Yeah. Team Fallen definitely seems upset in the chat, which is understandable. This was probably one of the games they could have made close because they play, I think, Citrix and Delta Force in the coming weeks.
Yeah, and I think that's again probably what is making them so upset is that this was a game they really could potentially have an upset for. They've shown a lot of capability. It just did not come to fruition here.
Yeah, 93 is getting boosted a little bit again, which is
by that ninja. Oh.
unfortunate to see, but I think this probably will be the game unless we see a steal. But no one on Team Fallen's really in the area.
We have a couple people in flag room, but
oh, North's gonna get the assassinate onto 93, so big play there from North.
Excellent job.
Happy will go down, but good job on North to delay that game-winning cap there. 93 is gonna water the flag and get out basically untouched. He's gonna get surrounded here now. Taking a little bit of damage actually. No stake, but medic is there. Assassin's gonna come in and not get him, but Pyro's still there. Frenzy will go off, and
oh, they have a chance. Again, they just need to get ninjas in front of him, but they're having a really, really hard time doing that.
yeah, he's on no stake right now. He's gonna get restart here though.
Very unfortunate.
Pyro's cutting in, but Gaming Slacks is gonna do a good job of cutting off Wildling.
Yeah, 93 essentially he has a blockade around him, so I don't think there's much that can be done unless we get another clutch assassinate from North, who has proved himself very capable of doing so. And Pyro's in the flag room, but too little too late as we see the game end 3-0, 3-0 on the 2 subsequent maps.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's truly unfortunate.
Yeah, so pretty quick game there. I'm kind of trying to see who I'm considering for player of the game.
Yeah.
No one really. I mean, 93. I think he got him and Fella got every single cap, kind of.
Right, on their respective maps, sure. Um,
Yeah,
as far as defense goes, it was really kind of hard to tell because everyone was doing a pretty good job at breaking up TF's offensive pushes. So there wasn't really anyone that stood out on the defensive side, if I'm being quite honest.
yeah, I'd agree. I give it to 93 personally. I think you
Yeah,
got good waters down. You got that ninja stealer for Fella. I think that's a safe pick there.
yeah, I
Um,
agree.
so we'll go with 93, and I'm trying to get F1 Brown for an interview now. Um, trying to get him in here. See if we can ask him a few questions.
Does he need a little convincing, or is he
No, he
is he
just
ready?
hopped in the server, so
Awesome.
he should be here. All right, so we do have F1 Brown here from
Hello.
Rox here.
Ryan,
First of all,
loosen up.
congratulations on your win. Pretty
Oh,
good game
thanks.
from you guys.
Yeah.
So first question I had for you guys is basically obviously this was kind of more of a breather week for you guys, and then next on the schedule you face the top two teams ranked actually, Olympus and the Baguettes back to back. So what do you think
Yes.
you're gonna do? What do you think you're gonna do to prepare for those tough games going forward?
Well, while like we know they're very long shot games, we're just gonna do what we always do our multiple PPMs per week because we're quite active in that way, and just try our best to see what we might be able to pull off in any of those matches.
Yeah, definitely. I guess another question I had for you was any players on Team Fallen stick out to you personally? I saw you on Assassin. Any offensive players you think have some potential to play well going forward for them?
I didn't see too much of X, but I think he has a lot of potential. But Happy was also doing quite well on Soldier, I think. So yeah,
Yeah,
I think
sure.
both they have a couple solid Soldier offense mains there.
Yeah, I have a quick question in regards to this match specifically as well. I suppose it was obviously, known from the get go that they would be playing a player down. What was your guys' kind of response to that? Did you kind of feel bad knowing that it might not be a game that lived up to its full potential, or was it more of an excitedness to kind of seize the opportunity?
Yeah, it was definitely the first one. I'm not. Yeah, we didn't really want to drop one because we were already subbing out
Right.
multiple people from our signups. But yeah, it's not a good feeling knowing that they haven't quite been able to get their full roster to play the 10v10.
Yeah, for
Yeah.
sure. Renee, do you have anything else to ask?
I do not think so. Again, congratulations on the win.
Okay, thanks.
All right, so with that, I think we're going to wrap up here. From here, Team Fallen versus the Roxerces. We saw a quick 3-0 from Rox. Your player of the game is 93, and we'll see you guys next week.
Bye.